Everyone. I just wanted to do a quick video today based on something I've said before. Spending a lot of money on an RC does not equate to happiness or enjoyment of that RC. You got to get what you want, regardless. And I've done the whole thing. Don't feel you have to upgrade everything right off the bat and do what everybody else says. Do your own thing. Get it, drive it, enjoy it, and see what you want to do after that. As far as like cosmetic stuff, go nuts, man. You can order stuff before you even get it cosmetically if that's what you want to do. And sometimes I include rims as cosmetic type stuff, right? But in any event, I wanted to do a quick video on CXD. And as you can see, I've got 3 of them here, and I could not be happier, to be honest with you. I haven't used my finger pointer in a while, and toe shifter hasn't busted my balls about it in a while, so I figured I'd bring it back out. So what I've got here is, and I'll go over them, they're pretty much all the same underneath within reason. So here is the Volkswagen Bug, and that is the D-62 model. This one is the D-12 Mini. These are all 1/16 scale. There is a bigger version. I think it's a 1/12 scale. Don't correct me on that. But there's a bigger version you can get. And I don't know if it's through CXD or it's through WPL, but regardless. And then there is this guy here, which is the D-52 bus, VW bus. One thing they all have in common is they have a 130 brushed motor. They're fully proportional, 2-speed, and they all have independent suspension, as you can see. On the back, though, this one here has got a single, I don't know what the hell you'd call that, but it's got a single one in the back, but in the front, that moves independently. On the bus, you got the same kind of idea where the one at the back moves as one axle, and then you have independent at the front. And then on the Bug, same exact thing. And that's where they got the motor in there and everything. So underneath, same exact stuff. You're not going to get these tires off these rims. They're on there. They're glued on. But these are just for driving around and ripping around and having fun with. You're not going to be really bringing them in the woods or... sorry, my, you okay? Everybody wants to see, that was Otis. He hurt his shoulder or elbow today. There he is laying with me. Hi, buddy, feeling better? Obviously not. So he was out today playing with his sister, Sandy, who is 10 pounds lighter than him yet. She can take them on, but they were playing around, and then they each went off to do their business. And then when he was done, he went to run back towards her across the yard, and about a couple steps in, I guess he landed the wrong way on his right arm. I treat them like humans, so I call it an arm. His leg, and he hurt something in his shoulder and his elbow. So we've given him a bit of a pain reliever and relaxer there, so he can have a sleep. But it's been bugging him. He limps when he's walking around, and then when he's laying there for a while and he goes to move. You know when you hurt something and you lay and you sleep and you go to move? So that's what he's kind of going through now. So poor boy, breaks my heart. Wish I could take it for him. I'll take any pain these guys have. Anyways, back to these things here. Okay, so this guy, the only thing so again, the 2-speed motor, I've got a little video I'm going to put up probably right now on this guy. And it just shows him ripping, kind of doing some circles in my living room, between my living room and dining room, and a bit of a figure 8 thing. And it shows him in first and second gear. And these things out of the box are crazy. And if you can see in there, you can see the springs. I'm not sure if you can see. Let me get a light here for you. So the independent suspension, where is it now? Come on. And you can see the spring in there, and you can see the spring in the back. And they've all got that, but you know, they do what they need to do. And again, they're fully proportional. So the steering on these things is phenomenal. You can make it do its circle in a tiny, tiny little spot. You know, in second speed, you gun these things and they will rip in a circle and not flip over on you. Now, I'm not saying never. This guy's a little top heavy, especially since I put this wood. I made that wood kind of a rack for the top. So he's a little top heavy. So if I go crazy with him, he'll definitely flip. But these things are just cool to drive around, and the scale, they just look so real. The details on them are phenomenal. All the chrome pieces, they all come with lights, which I'll show you. But this guy, you can actually take this roof off if you want. And this comes with a black interior. I painted it red and then did the steering wheel and the e-brake and the gear shift in silver. Now, this wasn't my idea. I got this from a channel called Doing RC. Check him out. I've given him a shout out quite a while back. Hang on, I'm getting a phone call here. I want to stop it. There we go. So yeah, Doing RC did this to his, took the top off, made a video, and I thought, you know what, that looks really cool, because with the black exterior, the interior kind of got lost in there. But take it apart, take it off, I painted it, looks really good. You can leave this, it looks kind of neat with the roof off, to be honest with you, but it's got little fake soft top here. But I'm going to keep it on just so I don't lose the thing. And it should just clip back on just like that. And then this guy, the D-12 Mini, again, great details. Got the spare tire on the bottom. I did a video I showed. I put a wood bed in the bottom of it, and then I just got I made it look like a little delivery thing. So I got to glue that back in. It's going to come out. So I just put a few little accessories in it. Yes, I need a driver in all these. I just don't have anybody small enough, and I'm not sure what size to get. I really haven't looked into it for these guys, to be honest with you, because these two would be easy enough. There's no side windows, and this guy can lift off the roof and slide somebody in. So I will get a couple drivers. And then there's this guy. It's the bus. Now you can't see, but I actually, when I aged this one, when I took it apart and I repainted it, because I did the body in a deeper red than it comes with. It comes in a really bright red, and it just looks toyish. And same with the tan. That's tan here now. It was white. I made it tan, and then just roughed it up. Not roughed it up, but aged it a bit. Made it look a little rusty throughout the entire vehicle. You can see some of the stuff there that I did, and same with the wheels. So these wheels over here on the Bug were white. I painted them silver, and these ones on the D-12 are already silver. And this guy, they were white. And so I just painted them the same tan to match the upper body. I made this roof rack. I had some things up here at Christmas. I made a video and I put a tree on it. But this guy, and you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see in there, I painted it brown. Now it's a chocolate brown. Maybe you can see through there a little better. Yeah, it's chocolate brown. So you can't, in the daylight you can see it, but something like this, it's kind of hard. And then it's got a chrome steering wheel and everything that I left in there. And this thing is a bit of a pain to get apart. It's not easy. And I should have thought of it before I put it back together to put a driver in there. But this guy is going to be driverless, because I really don't have the patience or time to go back in there just to slide a driver in. I think I got some glue on that window. So just so you see, they come with a... what's the battery again on these? It's a single cell lithium ion, but it is 500 milliamp, which For this size of vehicle and what the driving you're going to be doing, it's totally fine. You get a lot of time out of them. So it's not a big deal. So this guy, turn him on, lights come on. There is no on or off for the lights. And you get your, it's only 2-wheel drive. So you get your rear wheel drive. And you get your 2 speeds. The low and the high. And it goes pretty quick in the low, like when you're in a smaller space and you're kind of ripping it around. You don't need to put it in high gear. You'll easily lose control of this thing. And on this guy, same thing. Turn him on, the on switch on the bottom here. You can hear it go on. You've got headlights on this one, nothing in the rear. There aren't buckets, but I'm sure if you were really hell-bent on having something for the rear, you can put something in there. I don't know how, because there's no space for it, right? So not sure, but in any event, you could always take that out, I guess. And then if you put a small enough, just take this out, cut a round hole and put the bulb through, as long as it's a red bulb, the LED bulb, it should look pretty cool. But I'm not too worried about it. I'm fine with the headlights. And again, this thing, rear wheel drive. And you can hear the difference in the 2 speeds. So yeah, these things fly when you want them to. And again, you're not taking them in the woods or crawling with them. They're just going to be on pavement or some really hard dirt kind of thing. And they're just fun. I think they're fun. And here's the D-52. So D-62, D-12 Mini, and then D-52, which is they call the VW bus. Let me get him on, and I'll show you. So that one's got the front lights and the rear. The red and the white are always on, so it's not like there's a reverse or anything. Oh, you got a brake. So if you're going forward throttle and you put it directly into reverse, you'll get your brake lights, which is neat. And that comes stock like that. So, and again, this guy with the two-speed, you can hear that. And again, they've got your typical VW tires. They're hard, but the way these things drive and move, they're light enough. I'll be honest with you, out of the box, these things, and I've done a review on each of them independently, and I'm probably repeating myself, but I just, the topic of how much people are spending on RCs, and I turned it off the wrong way, but and upgrading and what's good, as an RTR and kits and all that stuff. For me, the bang for the buck, right out of the box, and cosmetically not having to change anything if you don't want to. Like this guy was great right out of the box. I just didn't, the white stuck out to me too much, so I just colored it. But for the most part, these things out of the box, click them, turn them on, and you can drive the crap out of them. And they run extremely well. So that's it. And they all have the same battery. So this guy's the batteries in the front. This one is in the bottom. There's just a little clip, and that comes out. And there's your battery in there. Again, your on and off switch on the bottom. They're nice and enclosed. Everything, nothing's open in there, even in the wheel wells. You got like an inner fender kind of thing. Same with this guy, and this guy, same thing. You pull your little clip. There's your single cell battery right in there. And your on off switch at the front, spare tire at the back. That's kind of a cool little feature. And on your remotes, you've got your steering, so you can adjust your steering, and then you just got your speed switch. So small, tiny. Some people say, oh, they're all tiny. You know what? I've got my Traxxas 118, the TRX4 Defender. That thing's got the same size remote as I have with my 110 scale F-150. And sometimes they're just so big. These things are perfect. It sits right in your hand. Nice little switch, nice little wheel. If you want to do one-handed stuff, it's right there. I love these remotes. So I said it. Okay, so again, out of the box, and these are probably, I'm trying to remember what I paid for them, Canadian. I think they all came from AliExpress, if I recall. Delivery was fantastic, came quick, nicely packaged. I'm thinking like 60 bucks, maybe 80 bucks tops. And again, lights, except for this guy doesn't have any in the rear, but these guys both have front and rear lights. They're on all the time, which is fine. Yeah, so you know what? If you want something fun, these are it. You don't need to spend a ton of money on something. So I got 3 of these for the price that I would have paid for one 1/18 scale. And trust me, I love Traxxas. I love my Red Cat. I only have one axial, which is the little Bronco. But, you know, for the price of each of those independently, you get 3 of these. Now, you're not crawling them. You're not taking them to the woods. I get it. I've seen people do some customization to these things. New wheels, lowering it, and looks to me like a lot of work, but they turn out pretty cool. And some people raise them and put some bigger wheels on, but I like them the way they are. So that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the little run video I had in my living room of this guy, showing you how he can easily whip around, but fully proportional, really easy to control. 2-speed, which is nice, and 2nd speed, it's pretty quick for the size of it. And they're just a lot of fun. So thanks for listening. I hope you liked it. And again, this is, so if anybody wants to order one, just Google them, I guess. I'm not even sure if they're on Amazon or wherever they are. I just pretty sure it was AliExpress or Banggood. One of these was probably from Banggood, but just look them up. So it's CXD. This is the bug, but it's the D-62. This guy, you can even get this one off of WPL as well. And again, CXD, it's the D-12, so D-12 mini. And this guy is obviously CXD, it's the D-52 VW bus. I think some people call it a van, but if you type that in, you'll easily find any of them. And I have nothing bad to say about these guys at all. And no, I bought all these. I'm not sponsored by anybody. This is me telling you that these are worth the money. And if you want to have some fun, do it. Like, subscribe, love all the comments, and I will talk to you soon.